Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Horizon 5 video where we will be looking at the final car added to Horizon 5 during the Back to the 90s series update before we move into Horizon Track Day. This car is the Subaru SVX from 1996, and if you want it yourself, all you have to do is complete 20 points on the festival playlist during spring, also known as hot season. This car is returning to the series as it was previously in Horizon 3, I believe, and I think it may have also been in Motorsport 7 at the time as well. Today we will be taking a look to see if it's any good in Horizon 5 across Apex, Wild and Baja, and also taking a look at the available body kit options as well. As always, we'll start here at Horizon Apex just to see how it handles in its current condition on the roads before we move on to putting some upgrades for the Horizon Wilds and looking at body kit options we have. Hopefully we get some good options on this car. So Horizon 5 classes this SVX as a retro sports car. Well, it was produced in 1996, going by the year that Horizon 5 has given it on the year of the car. There is another thing I've noticed, that the current live stream, we got for Horizon Track Days, it seems that is probably going to most likely be the final live stream, so we won't know what's coming in months ahead in Horizon 5. So I kind of see this as a sign that Horizon is in its wind down stage for Horizon 6, but then again they could be just taking a break over the holiday season and decided to have an early one this year. Back into how it drives reasonably okay. I'm quite happy with it on the roads. It doesn't seem to drive any different in Horizon 3 as well. That is just going off memory. That game is quite old now. And I don't think I've driven the SVX in that for quite some time as well. Possibly maybe 2 or 3 years at this point. It does make a strong Apex car. It would make a strong street scene car as well, and also possibly drag. It is not overly fast, but that doesn't matter because you can easily just upgrade it. Another car that they just need to add to Horizon 5 from Subaru is most likely, I'm going to say, the Legacy GT, the Generation 4 Legacy. That's also another really good car that they could add. Hopefully that's in Horizon 6. Now let's head off to an outpost and put some upgrades on this and check out the body kit, and if it has one, and get it ready for some off-road rally racing. Now I've arrived back at a Horizon outpost. Let's take a look at see what era and appearance we can get on this. On the front bumper we have, okay, so there is nothing added here. That is honestly, that's a little bit disappointing, but not unexpected for Horizon 5. And this is the option we have on the rear as well. Oh, actually we can take the spoiler off. I honestly don't know what I prefer with it on or off, so I'm just going to leave it on. Next we are going to go over and then change the tyre compound to something that will help us grip the dirt a little bit more, make it as wide as possible in the front and the rear. Then we are going to go over and just throw on some good old rally off-road suspension on here as well, and followed by, I think I actually will increase the gearbox just to get a little bit more gear shifts out of this. And also, actually that's about it. We'll take this out and see how well it goes. Now we've arrived at the event I am going to do for the Horizon Wilds. Let's see how good it handles on dirt to make sure if it makes a decent rally car. This is where the dirt starts. I have cut out the first part of the race because that was all on tar sealed roads. There was really no point in including that. It is technically on the road. Now this is where we're going to try it out. Already it was just a little bit of a rough over the bumps there. Didn't seem to like that. It is all-wheel drive, so that should definitely help a lot there as well. Overall, so far, it's handling quite well. It definitely does make a fairly decent rally car, but Subarus are built for rally cars as well. I think this one's more intended for road use, though. Not so much rally, but it seems to be coping quite well. It's taking on this dirt trail with ease, this one. Oh, it's a little bit too quick there. I would definitely consider building this as a rally car, but it might not like certain bumps on the road. That could be just because it's quite bumpy here, but it seems to be thrown around a lot. Now, even though it does handle reasonably okay on the dirt, I probably wouldn't put it over really bumpy terrain like I did back at the quarry. Next we will be going into the Horizon Baja, but first let's go put some upgrades on it and get it more equipped for Baja racing. Now we're back at a Horizon Outpost. Let's see about putting some of these off-road parts for the Baja. First we are going to put on these off-road race tyre compound and increase the track width. That should give us a little bit more traction to stop it sliding out as much. On the front and the rear, of course. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to change the brakes. We're going to put sport brakes on here as well, and a full body roll cage. That may help with the issue of it getting bounced around when landing on jumps like it did in the Horizon Wilds. And of course I'm going to put a better exhaust on. Let's see what they sound like. Well, I'm definitely going to put on the sports exhaust. We'll take that out and see how well it goes in the Horizon Baja to see if it makes a fairly decent off-road cross-country vehicle. Now we've arrived at a Horizon Baja event. This one I have set the opponents to anything goes, so there'll be a whole mix of other vehicles there, like it could be Lamborghinis or so far. Looks like we've got some muscle cars and some smaller sports cars, as well as a big Unimog. Most of the time when you go over this jump here in a slower vehicle, you kind of tumble down the rocks. You can see there, a couple of guys just got stuck and into the back of them. So this is not particularly favourable for landing quite big jumps. But we'll see how well it goes on the cross country in itself. Actually going quite quick down here. We can chase down that Unimog. I think it's a military truck thing, I'm not too sure. Farm truck. Ah, the Volvo. I think that was added last month. Just illuminated by that helicopter above me. Seems to be coping better on the landings now. At this point, I'm going to say it does make a fairly decent Baja vehicle. Seems to be the thing with a lot of the all-wheel drives that are added into Horizon 5 or base game included, that they seem to just be really well rounded in just about every single event type in Horizon. They may not be the fastest overall top speed, but they're definitely more manoeuvrable. Just cross through this river. Didn't seem to be an issue there. And now that brings us to the end of this week's Horizon 5 video, where I took a look at the 1996 Subaru SVX added during the Back to the 90s update into Horizon 5. To me, this handled reasonably well in the Apex, Wilds and Baja, but it did suffer a little bit of handling issues when landing a jump on the Horizon Baja and the Wilds, even though it had off-road suspension equipped. It also does sound more like a Nissan when the H6 Boxer engine has a more unique sound. It's more deeper, it sounds more like your generic Subaru sound. If you are interested in this sort of video where I look at cars added to Horizon 5, feel free to leave a like to the video and subscribe to the channel for more Horizon 5 content, and thanks for watching.